Imagine going to work, opening the door only to discover you've been robbed again. It's the sixth time. Andrew spent thousands installing security cameras, but it doesn't stop the break-ins.
Amounts of cameras all around the place, sensors, the works, and it doesn't seem to deter them.
Sneaking around in the middle of the night, every move of these thieves is captured on camera and they know it.
I've almost had a gut full of, sometimes I think, why am I doing this?
Andrew Sheen's trailer-making business has been targeted 6 times. The latest just 2 weeks ago when a group broke into his Maruka workshop in Brisbane and took more than $5,000 worth of tyres.
Started pulling tyres off the trailer, spare tyres ready for customers. Then they obviously got down the back end, seeing our stockpile here, and in the container, and then used some of the trolleys to start ferrying them to the front gate and chuck them over until they filled their 3 vehicles up.
It's the same method over and over again. They pull up in cars with no plates, cutting through the fence before roaming around the yard. Last year, thieves stole $15,000 worth of tools. Another time, $30,000 worth of trailers.
The biggest problem I have, and I feel, is I like my staff, they're part of our family, all their futures are gone as well if we close down.
Andrew's installed 32 cameras and 25 sensors around the business, but nothing seems to stop the thieves.
Next thing is razor wire on top, maybe, or electric fence, That's where I've got to go, because it's a waste of time thinking about police, So you've virtually got to do it yourself to try and stop it, deter them.
And it seems stealing from car yards is the latest trend, with police reporting thefts of catalytic converters, an expensive part of an exhaust system, now skyrocketing. Detective Chad Davis from Queensland Police.
In February alone, it was in excess of $500,000 worth of damage.
Thieves have been targeting 4-wheel drives, with the converters then sold on for their precious metals.
They jack it up, just using a large heavy-duty jack, get underneath, use a reciprocating saw to cut both ends of the catalytic converter.
Police launched Operation Victor Vergay to investigate and realised it wasn't just Brisbane.
It soon became apparent that it was a bit more than just a bunch of local young fellas stealing bits off cars.
This vision shows offenders stealing hundreds of thousands of dollars of converters from cars in Queensland. It's all over in minutes. They quickly jack up the vehicle, cut off the converter before driving off into the night.
This is a good example where we've had a large number of offences committed and the penny dropped that it was a larger number than initially thought of, and the net was a lot wider, and then we were able to get the bigger picture.
Police now want to speak to this man, who they believe could assist with their inquiries, pictured at a hardware store in Ipswich, west of Brisbane.
It's costing a large amount of money to businesses locally and nationally, and therefore I believe it is rightfully investigated by the Criminal Investigation Branch.